Accused her! Liar!
You just wanna be me.
What is happening?
Is that all you got, mother?
I had a lot of fun watching this film. It's a bit Mean Girls mixed with Scream, mixed with an Australian film called Sissy. What did you love about the characters and the story? What drew you in?
Well, the first time I read it, I was really drawn in because the game. So in my country, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and I used to have a very tight friend group. Now everybody has children, so we're not seeing each other on a daily basis anymore. But we used to play that game and we would call it Mafia or Murder or Werewolf. And so just reading a script that was based on that as a premise, I loved. And then, of course, the whole idea about group pressure and then it being a horror and a comedy, or at least that was what it was in my head that I wanted to make that. We had a lot of fun making it.
There are so many complex relationships and dynamics going on in this film. Which pair was your favorite and why?
Well, I think for me, it was very important to not only make a scary film with the murders and the plot, but also as far as toxic love. I think it's something we all sometimes experience in our lives. So I feel almost all the relationships in this movie have a little bit of toxicity and narcissism and also insecurity and fear in them. So I love all of them. I think they all have their own authentic, layers, and I feel that all of them are relatable and dark and sexy.
Being from and sexy, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's like trying to pick one of your favorite children, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being from Australia, the idea of a hurricane party is very foreign to us, as it is, I'm sure, to you as well. Was it true there was an actual tornado while you were filming?
Yeah, so the whole idea of a hurricane party is, of course, very American. I love it also because of climate change. Now we get to experience all kinds of weather all over the world, which is, of course, extremely disturbing. But I thought it would be a great metaphor to make a very contemporary film, but also a metaphor for them, going wild inside their brains. We were filming, and then at a certain point, it was like, we have to stop. And I was like, what is going on? And then you all have to go to the basement. And then it turned out that we had an actual hurricane, which was pretty rare in the area where we were filming. So it was crazy. It was literally life imitating art. And we were all hanging out in the basement and doing little TikTok dances as we do, with this group of young people while the hurricane was raging. Yeah, so it really happened.
So you did TikTok dances, you didn't play the slapping game.
We didn't play the game, but my actors did tell me that, and I love that, of course. It was during COVID, so we were still in a bubble, which meant that we filmed the whole thing in one house, and we were all together in a hotel very nearby. And they did play the game a lot, as sort of like research and rehearsals. And they did all sorts of party games together, which I think is really good. It pays off because they really work as a group on screen.
With the power being out for a lot of the film, you found some really creative ways to light the shots. What was filming those sequences like with everybody running around in the dark?
Of course, we made it really hard on ourselves to make that decision that the power would be cut. To me, it was important to do that because I feel that we're so addicted to our screens nowadays that if Wi-Fi goes, the oxygen goes, and if Wi-Fi goes, the demons come out. But me and my DP, Jasper Wolf, of course, this was one of the biggest challenges of the film that, at least like 60% of the film takes place in the dark. But we had so much fun by being creative. That's also why we thought of the hurricane party idea, because that way they would consciously bring at least some flashlights and some emergency lights. So at least we had something to work with. Yeah. But the actors literally had to light each other, which is, of course, if you're already acting, you're already like doing a lot of things and having to think about so many things, and then have to also light your co-star is, of course, a lot to ask, but they did an amazing job. And also Rachel Sennett, who plays Alice, we decided that we would like turn her into sort of a lighthouse by making her wear these neon necklaces and bracelets that she would just dress up for a party, but then later would come in as like a light source.
It looked really great on the screen. And thank you so much for your time today, Halina. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.